So my name is Anna Liu, and I am originally from China, moved to Hilo about 20 something years ago. And then I went to UH Hilo. Okay, so I went to UH Hilo for a marketing degree at first, and then through my classes, I ended up taking an interest in finance. It had a lot to do with the professors that are at UH Hilo. They made a significant impact on my life that I decided to pursue with a finance concentration. So I believe that I originally wanted to be a business owner, then I went into marketing, and then went into appraisal, then I finally ended up with finance. Right now, I am a branch manager in Kamuala for First Hawaiian Bank. They pretty much hired me right out of college. I had a roommate who also got hired by the bank at the time, and she pretty much talked me into applying with the bank. It was not a position that I had envisioned myself in, but because there's someone else that was working for the bank, and she was able to shed light on what it's actually like to work for the bank. And I ended up finding it a very fulfilling job, because banking is something that everyone needs, but a lot of people don't understand how it works. And through this, I'm able to help a lot of people explaining how things work, helping them with their finances, and that's the fulfillment I get from it. My duties include overseeing and coordinating all branch operations, hiring staff, onboarding staff, training them, making sure that I'm building the career path, making sure that everyone is clear on what we would like to do, our goals, and helping them to build skills, to build their career path, to make sure they're heading to where they want to be. Also, the other side of it is to really build relationships with the customer, with the community, creating and implementing strategies to improve productivity, sales performance, and in order to achieve our branch goals and then the goals of the bank in that sense. So the location of UH Hilo being that it's close to home, it allowed me to save a bunch of money. It allowed me to graduate college without being in debt. It's really important, because at the end, I feel like the college degree, it's a college degree regardless of where it came from. It's what you do with it that really counts. And the resources of the college, I make use of all the resources that there was to make it worth my while. Yes, so the classes that I took, it helped me learn the basic functions of the finance industry or business in general. The internship really allowed me to get a real look into what it's like in a particular profession. So for example, I mentioned marketing previously. I took an internship at ʻImiloa Astronomy Center for 2.5 years. And then I took an appraisal internship with the county office for 8 months, and then as well as an internship with a private firm, just to see both sides of the coin. After that, I ended up going to a totally different profession. But what it did is it allowed me to really learn and see what it's like, to see if this is something that I want to pursue or not. And I also joined the Hawaii Island Chamber of Commerce while I was in college. It was one of the best things I've done, honestly, because it really allowed me to make connections with the business community. To this day, it still comes in handy. I make all these long-lasting connections with these business leaders in the community, as well as personal relationships. It is like very fun volunteering experiences with them, because you're really doing real little bit, and you get to be at these events and you learn people's names, you learn what they do, and you also gain information by attending these meetings and events. And it's just a win-win overall. And I don't think that's something that a lot of students today realize the value is in that. But those are the things I've done. I do know that there are other clubs and nonprofits that you can join to really make a difference as well. So the most useful class that I think that I took was the critical thinking class. I don't know what it is today, but when I took it, it was with Kelly. I think he retired, but he taught it in a way that he was breaking everyone's thinking process. There was a lot of rebuttals and arguments as to how to think. And he really took everyone's thinking process, completely broken it, and restructured it in a way that it was very eye-opening. And it still is very useful to this day because critical thinking is crucial in anything that you do in life. And other classes I find useful was accounting and financial classes. Like those are the basic information that we all would need to carry on with our lives and our finances. So I cannot speak for all, but we are looking for self-motivated individuals that have the right attitude and the capacity to learn. Your college degree really just get your foot in the door. The rest is really up to you. It can sound really fancy and nice on your resume, but it really comes down to having the drive, the right attitude, and the open-mindedness and the capacity to learn to move forward in the working industry, in my opinion. For the first question, I don't know any programs on top of my head, but it's more like taking the classes that interests you and then looking into the possible career path and see if there's any internships available is really the best way to go. And for the second question, I would recommend that you really take the time to understand yourself first. I find it helpful that when I did do the Bragg's 16 personality test, I don't know if they still do it at the college, at some classes make you do it. It really helps you to understand what works for your personality and what type of work environment that you thrive in. And it's also never too late to really do something new. And I recommend doing internships that interests you, see if it meets your expectation, or talk to someone in that profession and see what they have to say about the kind of job that you want to pursue.